Hey everyone, it's Lexie. So in today's video I'll be sharing with you ways I've learned to save money as a poor graduate student. So I have a video talking about how I do my budgeting and kind of break down each paycheck and kind of, separate things, savings, certain categories, and I'll link that up in the cards so you can go and check that out if you're interested. But general, these are just tips that I've learned along the way that I can like save money or get points back for things, or just extra reimbursement for things that I do purchase. So yeah, without further ado, let's get started. So I would say probably one of my biggest expenses week to week is just gas, and especially with gas prices being high, they're finally coming down, but they were high for such a long time, and that was really kind of strenuous on my bank account. But one of the things that I do is that I always go to the same gas station, and I'm part of their membership. So basically what you do is you just, with my also it's associated with my grocery store that I go to, so my just Advantage card is what they call it. I just scan that, and what I did is I set it up with my account so it directly takes the money out of my bank account, and from doing that you do get discounts. So sometimes you get 10 cents, sometimes you get 30 cents, and then you also can do while getting points from the grocery store, you can use that to redeem on gas. So sometimes I end up saving $5 to $7 on a tank of gas, and even though that doesn't seem like a lot, but it does add up over time if you're just paying less, which for the same product that you can get if you don't have the Vantage card. So I think a lot of gas stations have these kind of almost membership type programs, and so this is the one that I just always go to. It's just quick, right off the highway. I pass by it anyways, and it just seems to work out the best way. And I find this is my kind of really good tip on something that I have to I obviously need gas to get to school, so this is a way for something that I know is a necessary expense for me to actually save money on something that I do have to spend money on. Next is to utilize free YouTube workouts. So prior to the pandemic, I used to go to Planet Fitness a few times a week, and Planet Fitness is $10 a month for their baseline membership, which is still pretty affordable. But ever since COVID, I've just been I really don't want to be in a just around people when I'm working out, especially just with the germs now, because I'm a little bit freaked out. But during the pandemic, I found MadFit. I have an entire video dedicated to kind of my workout schedule and everything there, but it's just a really great way to stay active, where you can do really good workouts that provides the structure of it, kind of having it all planned out for you. And then it's also free, and you can do it at home. For MadFit in particular, she does have equipment free videos, which is really nice for people who don't have just some basic weights, but we do at home. My parents already had some weights. I did have to buy another to go up a weight because I've just gotten a little bit stronger, but just having this basics of maybe 2 to 3 different kind of weights and then a kind of booty band, I think is a good amount. And you can find a lot of really cheap weights on Amazon, or Target has some good ones as well. You can kind of browse around, and ultimately it would be cheaper even just buying those few gym essentials for your home than a kind of gym membership throughout the year. Next is the Mint mobile app, and this is something that I've been doing recently because it was just an easier way to kind of keep track. I would write everything down or put it in an Excel sheet, but this way I just connect it to my bank account and my credit card accounts and savings accounts, and it has everything in there. So if I make a purchase on one card, it's already included, and it includes it, and it breaks it down into categories. So if, let's say, I spend $25 at a restaurant, it goes towards my food budget, so I can kind of keep track of that there. So it takes a lot of the heavy work and kind of automates it into a simple process. And it's nice too because you can also set savings goals. So let's say for a trip, I want to save an X amount of money, and I set that as my goal, and it's linked to that specific savings account. It lets me know how much per month I need to put in order to get that goal, which is really good too. It just kind of takes a lot of the math and just tedious work of keeping track of everything and does it for you, which I do, like, I really enjoy. And it's a way, it kind of lets me know if I'm overspending in one category or if I'm underspending. Like, it's a good way to kind of keep track of where I'm at based on the monthly goals that I've set for myself. And so this is just a good way to kind of keep track of everything and all that stuff. And it's free too. I think that you can buy to get more features, but I think just the baseline itself is still pretty useful. Next, there are a few ways that I've been able to save money from Target, and this is one that I find really helpful because if there's things like, obviously I need to get like toiletries or like just food or stuff, I try to see if I can get it at Target. I have the debit red card, I think it's called, and you can get this for yourself. Like, it doesn't affect your credit. They also have a credit card version, but I just wanted to have the debit card version. And so basically I just have everything on my phone. I can scan and it just takes it out of my bank account directly. I don't have to. It basically is a debit card that is linked to a checkings account. And so what you do is you get 5% off all your entire purchase, and then you get also extra discounts on certain things. And this is a great way to already things that I would have to purchase anyways. It's a great way to save a little bit of extra money, even though 5% again doesn't seem like a lot, but overall you end up saving quite a bit throughout the year because it tells you how much you've saved just by having the red debit card. And you can do the credit card too version if you want, but I just wanted the debit card version just to make it a little bit easier. But I do find it really helpful. Not only do you get the extra 5% discount, but you also get additional promotions as well. And then another thing too, where it doesn't seem like a lot but it does add up, is that you can also, if you bring in a reusable bag, you get 5 cents off per bag. So that's just another way. Again, it doesn't seem like a lot, but it is a good way to kind of just save money and to be good for the environment. Next is to utilize credit card points. So I have 2 credit cards that have 2 different kind of point system. One of them was like my first credit card, and I guess I had it for long enough that they upgraded me to the one that has the point system. So I think you get 5% back on every purchase. And so I've just been kind of accumulating those points. They don't expire. And then I do have the Capital One Venture card. And this is one that you do have to pay. I think it's a yearly fee of $95, but I think it is very much worth it. You get free like global, it covers like if you want to apply for global entry or like Nexus, those type of things to get easy travel at the airport. But I think it's beneficial too because you do again accumulate points that can be applied to travel. And just like being from Canada, even though I do have like a Canadian debit card, it's nice to have a card that I don't have to worry about foreign transaction fees, and I can utilize those points, collect those points, and use them towards travel now that the world has opened up again kind of from the pandemic. So it was really useful too when we were in Europe over the summer. I just did everything on my credit card. And so I was able to kind of pay for everything with a card where I wasn't getting any like foreign transaction fees. It already converted it back into American dollars. It just made everything easier, and all those points and everything that I was spending on for the trip kind of went towards the points that I was getting that I could basically reimburse myself with at the end. And that's just like a great way to kind of utilize credit card points, build your credit, and then take advantage of the kind of features that come along with the card. Next up, we have Capital One Shopping, and this is if you have a credit card, it also gives you some reimbursement as well, that if you use links through your Capital One portal, you do get cash like 5%, or like depending on the store if you shop through that direct link. But you can also get a browser extension that you don't necessarily have to be a Capital One user or a credit card user. It just works for that. So there are a couple features that come with this. First of all is that it tells you if you're getting the cheapest price, and if you can get kind of cheaper prices at other shopping locations, which is nice. It also goes through and it kind of, I guess, has like a assortment of coupon codes. Sometimes they work, sometimes it doesn't work, but you're kind of getting your best deal on something. But in addition to this, even if you don't have the credit card, you can get like shopping rewards points for shopping at different locations, where you get like 5% based on your total, and then you can redeem it on different gift cards. So you can do like Barnes and Noble. There's a bunch of different stores that you can redeem basically your Capital One shopping points onto other things. So I'm like, that's just a fun way for things you already have to buy, to kind of get some reimbursement back. So like I said, I usually just use it for a Barnes & Noble gift card. For obviously a book is something that I would buy anyway, so you might as well get one for free. And lastly, this is checking apps to look for prices on things. So there's usually like a collection of like, especially for kind of toiletries, I always just keep an eye on the Target app, where I look up kind of my go-to like products that I just kind of have to cycle through, like when I'm starting to get low on something, because they usually have a promotion where if you spend like $25 on toiletry stuff, you get a $5 Target gift card. And so that's something I do keep my eye on, because these are things I'm gonna have to buy anyway, so might as well wait until that promotion goes on. And it goes on, I want to say, like once or twice a month, so it's pretty frequent, which is nice too. And then also just kind of looking at, there's like a few stores that I do tend to go to for certain things. I know Aldi in particular just tends to be a lot cheaper, so I just kind of wait for things that I usually like purchase for my lunches during the week to go on sale. Like today I went and the ground turkey was on sale, and also my cauliflower rice was on sale too, so I just stocked up because it was cheaper than what it normally is. Just keep it in the freezer, and then I don't have to worry about it, but I'm also saving money by being aware of when the sales go on. For Aldi too, you're kind of limited in what you can get, so there's some things that I either get from like Target or my local grocery store. If there's one thing in particular, I do look at and compare pricing. So there was one case here where I can kind of show you my two different things where it was cheaper, there was a sale going on for a certain thing that I liked, and so that's just a way to kind of be conscientious and kind of get the best deal for certain things. And lastly, I forgot to record this in my video, but basically it's try to do everything. If I can do curbside pickup and it's free, it's to do it that way, because I find if I have like a running total of everything that is in my cart, I'm not tempted to buy things that I just like see, I'm like, ooh, that looks cute. And then I can keep a running total and remove items that I don't necessarily need, or if I'm over budget, I can remove them, and that way I kind of in more control of what I'm purchasing, and it limits kind of the unnecessary impulse buying. So that's it, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know in the comments below what some of your go-to tips are for saving money and all of that fun stuff. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye, guys.